Today we're going to be talking about key signatures. Hopefully you went and watched my other videos about whole steps versus half steps and about sharps and flats and naturals or accidentals so that you understand what we're talking about when we're writing and reading these key signatures. The purpose of a key signature is to help composers and readers, musicians who are playing or singing the music, to be able to read the music better and to be able to write the music easier. We put the flats or sharps at the beginning of the music so that we understand where those sharps and flats are in our notes, and we don't have to write them on every single note throughout the piece. And that way we know where those half steps and whole steps are so that we can play or sing the music correctly. All right, so I've got my staff here with my treble clef at the beginning. When we don't have any sharps or flats at the beginning, we're in the key of C major. All right, the way I like to remember that, the little shortcut in my head, is that when you see no sharps or flats, then we're in the key of C. You see no sharps or flats, we're in the key of C. All right, so I'm going to start by adding one flat to my key signature. Now, the shortcut here, it's also kind of something that you just have to memorize. So with one flat, I use the shortcut that he failed at finding friends. And all of those words start with F, so that means we're in the key of F. So we have one flat. This little flat failed at finding friends. We're in the key of F. Okay, I'm going to add my second flat. Now, once I have more than one flat, I can use this really simple shortcut of going back to the second to last flat, and that's my key that I'm in. So I've got a B flat and an E flat. The second to last flat here would be the one before E flat or B flat. So we're in the key of B flat. So we know that B flat would be do when we're speaking in terms of our scales and our solfege. So B flat would be do, and that's the key that we're in. All right, I'm going to add another flat. And that's my A flat. Now if I go back to the second to last flat, which is now my E flat, I see that I'm in the key of E flat. So now E flat is do. All right, I'm going to add another flat. And that's a D flat. So now my second to last flat is A flat. So I know that I'm in the key of A flat. So do is A flat. And when we're singing our scale or reading our scale, we know that A flat is do, and then we go up from there. All right, one more flat. I'm going to add in my G flat. All right, so second to last flat is now D flat. So I'm in the key of D flat. And do would be D flat in that case. D flat on up. Okay, now we're going to look at our sharps. Just a reminder, when we see no sharps or flats, we're in the key of C. Now I'm going to add my first sharp. And my first sharp is right on F. Now the key with the sharps, or the little shortcut that can help you remember, is you go to that last sharp and you go up half a step, or up to the next note. So since my last sharp right here is F sharp, I'm going to go up a half step, up to the next note, which is G. And that means I'm in the key of G. Another way to remember it in solfege, the last sharp is always going to be T. So then a half step above that, or the next note up, is do. And that's how we know what key we're in. So F sharp would be T, and that makes G, do. Okay, I'm going to add in my next sharp, C sharp. And same exact thing. Now C sharp is T, so I'm going to go up half of a step to D, or to do. So C sharp is T, D is do in that case. So we're in the key of D. D has two sharps. Okay, I'm going to add in my next sharp, which is G sharp. So we're at G sharp. That makes that T. Up a half a step to do would be A. So we're in the key of A. We have a G sharp for T, and then A is do. Okay, another sharp here. This is my D sharp. And a half step above D sharp would be E. The next note up from D sharp is E. So D sharp is T, E is do. We're in the key of E. Okay, one more. A sharp, that's our last sharp. So up a half step from A sharp would be B. A sharp is T, B is do. We're in the key of B. All right, and that's all we'll go over for today. So there's your little shortcuts you can use when you're reading key signatures to help you play or read a little better when you're reading your music.